to the Plainfield Opera House, and welcome to Shakesqueer, Vermont's first production of Romeo and Juliet.
My name is Lane Fury, I'm stage manager.
And my name is Molly McElroy, I am the director.
I'm a stage manager. Dana's also here, working hard right now. First, we just wanted to say hello to the future. Hi, future. It's really exciting to time travel today. And I also wanted to name that we're on Western Abenaki ancestral homeland tonight, and we are uninvited guests here. We have more information and acknowledgement for folks in person to check out in the back.
And first and foremost, we would like to express our gratitude. There are so many people who have made this show and this experience of the show possible, including all of you who bought tickets to the show, and so many people behind the scenes. We have people from our cast who have jumped in to be fight choreographers, and we also had Larkin and Leslie choreograph our dance numbers. We've had people from our community, our friends and family, make us food for Tech Week so that we can be here for hours practicing the show and be fed. And there are many more people that we can't even begin to name them all who have helped us make this show possible.
I'm going to name a few of you all because you also gave us some cash money, which we're very grateful for as well.
Yes.
We got some sponsorship from Shift Real Estate, from Foxfire Tree Care, Hunger Mountain Food Co-op, Aqua Vitae, the Vermont Bicycle Shop, the Rainbow Bridge Community Center, Flywheel Industrial Arts, and we didn't get cash money, but we did get a lot of shop space to build this whole balcony and all of our sets at Timber Homes.
So we've had a lot of fun and a lot of creative process in queering this show. It's been a really exciting process to take something that is traditionally very gendered and bring it into a neutralized gender space and allow our actors to have a relationship with their characters and figure out what gender is my character expressing and how do I want to present this character. In a lot of traditional theater, you have, these are the roles for the femme presenting people and these are the roles for the masculine presenting people, and that's it. There's no crossover. So we've had a lot of fun exploring that. And it's reminding me that this is part of the creative process. It's really vulnerable. Oftentimes when you create something, you're not really sure what it is going to be when you finish. It's a very vulnerable process to take an idea and an inspiration and put it out there for the world to see. And this is really closely related to the queering process. And it explains why there's often a gap in between knowing that you're gay and then coming out. And that's an idea that Sam Clam of Shrimp Teeth talks about, and I have really seen that come to life in this show. And I'm really excited to be playing with that.
In terms of queering theater, obviously there's also a long history of that in Shakespearean theater. A lot of conversations we've been having around, was it all men historically who were in Shakespeare when really maybe it was space for, the only space for trans women to actually be themselves on stage in some cases. And then we're also standing on the shoulders of a Shakesqueer theater company in Tucson, Arizona that's been doing this for several years now. We also wanted to name that we're working really hard to talk about white supremacy culture in our community and in this Shakesqueer Vermont community, and wanted to name that we're showing one representation of a kind of freaky future in which actually our entire cast is white presenting folks. And so wanted to name that even as that's the visual image that we're gonna see tonight, that's not our vision of the future. And we're doing a lot to kind of break down white supremacy culture and have conversations about it among our casting crew.
And then another piece that's really alive for us right now is that we as a community here in Central Vermont, in the United States, in the world, we're in a very big grief moment. There's a lot of grief going on in the world. And this is a Shakespearean tragedy, and we deal a lot with grief. So we wanted to just invite you. If you feel something during this show, we invite you to feel it. We invite you to let it move through you. And we've been crying. And it's a really beautiful opportunity to feel it together collectively.
Let's stop talking, Molly. Let's let them watch the show.
Amazing. We've so enjoyed putting this show together. We hope you also enjoy watching it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life.
Whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents'
Rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. The which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the House of Montagues moves me.
The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant.
Draw thy tool. Here comes the House of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is disgrace to them, they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
But do you bite your thumb at us?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No!
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
But if you do, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better! Here comes one of our master's kinsmen.
Yes. Better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, if you be thems. Gregory, remember thy washing glove.
word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee.
And made Verona's ancient citizens, cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield as old and cankered hands depart your cankered hate. If ever you disturb these streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of that peace. For this time all the rest away! Once more on pain of death all will depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours close by me ere I did approach. While we interchanging thrusts and blows came more and fought on heart and heart, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Tell me, where's Romeo? Saw you her today? I thought she was not at this fray.
An hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from this city side, so early walking did I see your child.
Many a morning has she there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. Pale and portentousness his humor prove, unless good counsel the cause remove.
My noble kin, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of her.
See where she comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know her grievance will be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay, to hear true story. Come, my dear, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin. Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Why, me, sad hours seem long.
Oh, what sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out
Of love?
of her favor, where I am in love.
Oh, alas, that love, so gentle in her view, should be so tyrannous and rough and cruel.
Alas, that love, you is muffled still, without eyes, see no pathways to her will. I weep, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Whose love feel I? But feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cousin, I'd rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgression?
Tell me, in sadness, who is it that you love?
What? Shall I groan and tell thee?
The groan I know, but sadly tell me who!
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so near when I suppose you loved.
A right good markman. And she's fair I love.
A right fair mark there, cuz as soonest hit.
Well, in that hit, you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Diana's wit, and in strong proof of chastity well armed, from love's weak, childish bow, she and charmed.
He rolled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other cuties.
Farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or else die in debt.
Old Montague is bound in penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for those as old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis that you've lived at odds for so long.
Paris! Paris!
But now, my lord, say with my suit.
Say nor again what I said before. My child is yet a stranger to this world. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride ere we think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mother's maid.
Those soon married are soon marred. But woo her, gentle Paris. Win her heart. My consent to her is but a part. Tonight I hold an old accustomed feast, to which I have invited many a guest whom I love, and you among the store. One more most welcome, to make my number more. Come go with me. Sirrah, go about fair Verona, and find those peoples out, who are written there, and to them say, to my house most welcome, and on their pleasure stay.
Oh, at this old accustomed feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so loves. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love? Why, the all-seeing sun never saw such beauty since first the world begun.
That I will show you, shining at this best, and she shall scant show well that now seems best.
Fine. I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
By my maidenhead, a 12-year-old, I bade her come. What, lamb? What, ladybird? God forbid. What, Juliet?
Anna, who calls? Madam, I'm here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give us leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou's here our counsel. Thou knowest my daughters of a pretty age.
Faith, thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Marry is the very theme that I came to talk of. Tell me, Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. By my account, I was your mother much upon the years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for her wife!
Woman, young lady, such a woman is all the world. Why, she's a woman of wax.
What say you? Can you like of her love? Tonight, you shall behold her
Read o'er the base of young Paris's face, and find delight there with beauty's pen. Speak briefly, can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking liking move. But no more deep line dart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come.
We follow thee. Juliet, your Paris stays.
Go, girls, seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me the torch. Not for this gambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground. I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am to soar and pierce it with his shaft, to soar with his light wings. And, being bound, I cannot bound a pitch above a dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and beat love down. Come, we burn daylight. Huh.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, love, in delay, we waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis not wise to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
Oh, really? As did I.
Well, what was yours?
It's that dreamers often lie.
In bed, asleep, while they do dream things true.
Okay. I see. Queen man hath been with you. She is the fairies' midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone. On the forefinger of an almond, drawn by a team of little automata over babes' noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot,
It's an empty hazelnut
made by the joiner squirrel, or the old grub, time out of mind, the various coachmakers. And this queen, mad, she gallops. She gallops night by night. Woo! Lovers praise and beg. And then they dream of love. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats. This is that very mad.
rises in the night and bakes the elf locks into foul, sluttish hairs, which, once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is she.
Peace, Mercutio. Peace. Thou talk'st of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who even now woos the frozen bosom of the north, and being anchored, puffs away from thence, turning his sides to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed within my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he who hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentle boy! Woohoo!
Welcome, gentle people. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room, give room. A hall, give room, and foot it, folks.
1, 2, 3.
solemnity this night.
Ah, young Romeo, is it?
'Tis she, that villain Romeo.
Oh, contend thee, gentle coz, take no note of her. I would not, for the wealth of all this town here in my house, do her disparagement. Therefore, be patient. All is well.
I'll not endure her.
Ah, I say she shall be endured. I say she shall. Go to, goodman boy, and I the master here, or you, go to.
Why, uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to. You are a saucy boy. There it is. Hi. Can we get a selfie? Yeah.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips to blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints have hands that sinners' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus, from my lips, by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips, O trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam, your mother desires a word with you.
Is she a Capulet?
Away, be gone. Romeo, come on. The sport is at the best.
So I fear, the more is my unrest.
Wait, nurse, tell me, what is yon gentlefolk?
Her name is Romeo and the Montague, the only child of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I should love a loathed enemy.
Juliet!
Anon, anon! Come, let's away, the strangers all are gone.
Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to be his heir. Being held a foe, she may not have access to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear. And she, as much in love, her means much less, to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power, time means to meet, tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
I go forward when my heart is here.
Blind is her love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, it cannot hit the mark.
Majestic scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, fair than she. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks. Yet she says nothing. Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, and they in her cheek? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, brave angel.
Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face. Oh, be some other name belonging to a soul. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were she not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which she owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized.
What fellow art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel? Art thou not Romeo? And a Montague?
Neither, fair lady, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their gaze. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Dost thou love me? Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear, that tips with silver all the fruit tree
Oh,
tops.
swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Well, what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt,
my heart's dear love.
Love, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
For what satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine?
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it.
Wouldst thou withdraw it, love? For what purpose?
But to be frank, and give it thee again, my bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
Anon, good nurse! Good night to you. Be true. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed night. I am afeard being a knight. All this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and then good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose, marriage, send me word tomorrow, like one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay.
Juliet!
I come, anon. But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam Juliet!
By and by, I come to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse. I want thy light. Love goes towards love, as schoolboys from their books, but love from love, towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo, hist! For a falconer's voice to lure this tassel judge back again. Romeo!
My dear,
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
literally any time. Maybe at the hour of 9?
I will not fail. It's 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stay here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stay here, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace within thy breast. Oh, that I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's cell his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
eastern clouds with streaks of light. Ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must have filled this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juice of flowers. Mickle is powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. Within the infinite rind of this sweet flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For, being smelt, that part cheers each part, but being tasted, stills all senses with the heart. Two such opposed kings encamp them still, in man as well as herbs, grace and goodwill. And where the worser is predominant, full soon canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, Father.
What early voice so sweet saluted me? Young one, it argues of this tempered head so soon to bid me morrow to thy bed. Or, if not, and here I hit it right, our Romeo hath not been to bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Wast thou Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father. No, I have forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good child. But then, where hast thou been?
I'll tell thee, ere thou ask it me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good child, and homely in thy drift. This riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed, we made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee ere we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Is Rosaline, that thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young folks' love lies then not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. How much salt water was thrown away in waste to season love, that of it doth not taste?
Thou child.
Well, here upon thy cheek a stain doth set, of a tear that is not washed off yet.
Thou chides me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving people mine.
I pray thee, chide me not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read by rote that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, in one respect all thy assistant be, that this alliance may so happy prove to turn thy household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that go fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came she not home tonight?
Not with her parents. I spoke to their man.
Why, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments her so she will surely run mad.
Tybalt, kinsman to old Capulet, has sent a letter to her parents' house.
On my life, a challenge?
Romeo will answer it.
B, come on. Is Romeo one to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What's Tybalt?
More than Prince of
Oh.
the immortal pasado,
Oh.
the punto reverso, the hey.
Oh, and here
You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, babe. The slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon me, good Mercutio, but my business was great, and in such a case as mine, one may strain courtesy.
Okay. Well, if our wits run the wild goose chase, I am done. For thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5. Was I there with you for the goose?
Thou wast never with me for anything, when thou wast not there for the goose.
Oh, I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Thy wit is a very bitter sweetie. It is a most sharp sauce.
And is it not then well served to a sweet, sweet, sweet goosey goose?
Come now, is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature.
Stop there.
Gentle folk, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo? If you be she, madam, I desire some confidence with you.
Romeo, will you come to your parents' house? Well, to dinner thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady, lady, lady.
I pray you, madam, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his roguery?
A gentleman, nurse, that loves to hear himself speak, and will talk more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And he speak anything against me, I'll take him down. Pray you, madam, a word. My young lady has bid me inquire you out. What she bid me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell you, if you should meet her in a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, for the gentlewoman is young. And therefore, truly, it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me unto thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Oh, good heart and in faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Bid her devise some means to come to confession this afternoon, and there she shall, at Friar Lawrence's cell, be absolved and married.
This afternoon, madam? Well, she shall be there.
Farewell, be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell.
God in...
Commend me unto thy lady.
Oh, God in heaven bless thee. Farewell.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till noon is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Oh God, she comes! Oh honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with her?
I am a-weary. Give me leave a while. My back aches. Oh, the jaunt of I.
Oh, next I suppose you'll say your bones ache? Would that you had my bones and I thy news! Nay, come, I pray thee, speak, speak, good nurse, speak!
Jesus, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you know not how to choose a spouse. Romeo? Oh, no, not she. Though her face is better than any man's, yet her leg excels all men's. For a hand and a foot and a body, oh, they be not to be talked on, yet they are past compare. Oh, she is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant her as gentle as a lamb.
But all this I didn't know before. What says she of our marriage? What of that?
My head aches. Oh, what a head have I. Oh, it beats as it would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back. Oh.
In faith, I'm sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me. What says my love?
What love says, like an honest gentleman, courteous and kind and handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she's within. Where should she be? Oh, how oddly thou repliest. Thy love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Oh, come. What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to confession today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence' cell. There stays a lover to make you a wife. Oh, now comes the crimson wanton blood up in your cheeks. Oh, I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Oh, go out to dinner. Hie thee hence.
Honest nurse, farewell.
These violent delights have violent ends, like fire and powder which, as they kiss, consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too quick arrives as tardy as too slow. Come with me. By your leave will make short work, for you shall not be left alone until Holy Church incorporated two as one.
For these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
B, thou art like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, clashing his sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second cup, draws him on the drawer when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Yeah. Thou? Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man who hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. Okay, but thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street because he has wakened thy dog that lay asleep in the sun. And yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
By my head, here come the Capulets!
By my heel, I cannot.
Follow me close, for I will speak with them. Gentlemen, good evening. A word with one of you.
Oh, but one word? With one of us? Couple it with something. Make a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
And could you not take some occasion without giving it?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discords. Here is my fiddlestick, here's that shall make you dance. Zounds, consort.
If we talk here in the public haunt of thems, either retire into some private place or reason coldly of your grievances or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Be as we're made to look, and let them. I will budge for no man's pleasure,
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my woman. Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Wench, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me, therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, dear Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Enough! Calm, dishonorable, and vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What, wouldst
between us. I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
A plague on both your houses. They have made worms in you.
My very friend got his mortal heart in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt slander. Tybalt that but an hour have been my cousin. Oh, Romeo! Romeo, great Mercutio is dead! The gallant spirit of the
face of night whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo. Oh, and when I shall die, take her and cut her out in little stars, and she shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. Oh, so tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child who hath new robes and may not wear them. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
I the cords.
Ay me. What news? Oh, why dost thou wring thy hands?
We're a day, they're dead. They're dead, they're dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. The light of the day, they're gone, they're killed, they're dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo. Romeo, whoever would have thought it? Romeo.
What devil art thou that doth torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain herself? Say thou what I, and that bare vowel eye, shall poison more than the death darting eye of a cockatrice. Brief sounds determine my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark here on their manly breast. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
Now what storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer love? Then dreadful trumpet sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo vanishing. Romeo that killed him, she is vanishing.
God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did, alas the day it did.
Oh, nature, what hadst thou to do in hell when thou didst devour the spirit of a fiend in mortal paradise of such sweet flesh? Was ever book containing such vile matter so fair
to her. She is hid at Lawrence cell.
Find her. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid her come to take her last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, fearful soul.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
A gentler judgment banished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful. Say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Only from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Thou cutt'st my head off with a golden axe and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Deadly sin, rude unthankfulness. Thy fault our law calls death, but the kindly prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside that law and turned it instead to banishment. This is a dear mercy. Thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing lives here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison ready mixed? No sharp-crowned knife? No sudden need of death, though ne'er so mean, but banish it to kill me? Banish it?
Fond, mad child, hear me a little speak.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet, thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me and like me, banished? Then might thou speak. Then might thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Romeo, arise, hide thyself. What knocks? Whence come thee? What's your business?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, holy friar, tell me, holy friar, where's Romeo?
There on the ground, her own tears made drunk.
Oh, she is just in my mistress' case, even in her case. Just so lies she, blubbering and weeping and blubbering. Oh, stand up. Stand and you be grand for Juliet's sake. For her sake, rise and stand.
Nurse,
Dear, death's the end of all.
thinkest thou of Juliet? How is it with her?
She says nothing, madam, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on bed and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her, as that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Tell me, Father, oh tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth that name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful mansion!
Hold it! Rouse thee, fool! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou was but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. art happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it instead to exile. There thou art happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen wretch, thou pelts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy lady as was decreed. Ascend her chamber, hence, and comfort her. But look thee not stay till watch be set, or else thou canst not pass unto man's life, where thou shalt live, until you can find the time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000,000 times more joy than thou went forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse. Commit me to thy lady. Bid her hasten all the house to bed. As heavy slaughter makes them apt unto, this Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed here all the night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lady? I'll tell my lady will come. Oh, here, dear, a ring she bid me give you, dear. Ah, you make haste, for it grows very late.
Go forth, good night, and here stands all your fate. Either be gone before watch be set, or by break of day, disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify to you every good hap that chances here.
But that a joy past joy calls out to me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell. Things have fallen out, Paris, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. She loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, as did I.
Paris!
Paris!
Oh, work it.
Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not come down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I would have been abed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight, she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I believe in all ways she shall be ruled by me. Nay, I doubt it not. Thursday be it. Ere Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble star. What say you to Thursday? Do you like this haste? We'll have no great ado. A friend or two, for hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, if we revel much. So we'll have half a dozen friends, and there an end. What say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, get you gone, and I think be it. Wife, ere you go to bed, go to Juliet, and prepare her against this wedding day.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do pierce the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or else stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know therefore stay yet. Thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't, my love? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. It is. Hie hence, be gone, away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and displeasing sharps. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse!
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. Day is broke, be wary, look about.
Then window let day in and let life out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss, and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, lady, I, partner, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour. For in a minute there are many days.
I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Thinkst thou that we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our times to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookst pale.
And trust me, love. By mine eye, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Madam, I am not well.
What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Evermore weeping for your cousin's death, have done!
Yet let me weep, for such a feeling loss.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him. We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, then weep no more. I will send to one in Mantua, where that same banished runagate doth live. Shall give her such an unaccustomed dram, she shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied. But now, I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Joy comes well in such a needy time.
Well, thou hast a careful father, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectst not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time. What day is that?
Mary, child. Early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble gentle them, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee their joyful bride.
No, by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, she shall not make me their joyful bride. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, rather than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself. See how he will take it at your hand.
Cowgirl, what? Still in tears? Ever more showering? I swear in one small body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind. For still thy eyes I call the sea that do flow with tears. Thy bark, thy body is sailing in the salt flood. Thy sighs the wind, raging with the tears and they with them, without a sudden calm will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will have none. She gives thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How? She will have none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count herself blessed so unworthy you are, that we have found a gentle them to be your bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints on Thursday next with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag you on a hurdle thither. Out, you green-seekers carrion, you tallow face!
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
You silly baggage, disobedient wretch. Thursday is coming. You get to the church, or never look me in the face again. Speak not! Reply not, do not answer me.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to make her so.
Oh, prudence, my lady, wisdom, hold your tongue. Good prudence, what's the matter with your gossips? Go.
I speak no treason.
Say no more. God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, tide, work, play, alone, in company, and still my care hath been to have her matched. And when we have then found a noble gentleman of noble parentage, to find this whining mammet, this puling fool, in her fortune's tender to say, I'm too young, I cannot love, I pray you, pardon me. Look at me. Look at me. Thursday's near. Put your hand to your heart. Advise. And you be my friend? I'll give you to my friends. And you be not? Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, before by my blood, what I have will never do you good, and I will never acknowledge thee. Think on it. Do not question. I will not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Sweet my mother, cast me not away, delay
match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good she were, as living here and you no use of her.
Speak'st thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I will. This is wisely done.
Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar's cell to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, Paris, the time is very short.
Daddy Capulet will have it so. And I'm nothing slow his taste.
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. But come, look. Here comes Lady Juliet towards my cell.
Happily met my lady and my wife.
That may be, Paris, when I may be a wife.
That maybe must be, love. On Thursday next?
What must be shall be.
So, a face. It's much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongst it more than tears with that report. Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, Prince of Daughter, now. Good Paris, we must entreat this time alone.
God shield, I should deserve devotion. Juliet, on Thursday, early, I will rouse thee. Until then, keep this holy kiss. That's hot.
Shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past care, past help.
Juliet, I already know of thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits.
Tell me not, Father, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. God joined my heart to Romeo's. Thou our hands. And ere this hand, by thee to Romeo sealed, shall be the label to another deed. Or my true heart in treacherous revolt turn to another. This shall slay them both.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. For if rather than marry Count of Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, it's likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Bid me leap rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of any tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me lurk where serpents
servants are, and I shall do it all without fear or doubt to live a happy wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Take thee this vial, being then in bed, and of the distilling liquor drink thou off. Presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress but sure cease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses of thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes. Thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death shalt thou continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to wake thee from thy bed, there thou art dead. Then, as the custom of our country is, uncovered and in thy best robes on the bier, wilt thou be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of Capulet lie. Meanwhile, against thou shalt wake, shall Romeo, by my letters, know of our drift. Hither shall she come, and she will watch thee waking, and that same night shall she bear you hence to Mantua.
Give me, oh, tell me not of fear.
Hold then, get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed with my letters to thy lady to Mantua.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Holy Father, farewell.
How, nurse? Has my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
'Tis good, perhaps you may do some good to her. A willful, peevish harlot is she. How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
To beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Well, good to hear. It's good to hear. This is right and good. Stand up. This is as it should be.
Nurse, will you help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
dismal scene. I needs must act alone. Come, Vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No. No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there. Romeo. 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 Here's drink. I drink to thee.
Baptize a newborn in the name of the wind. I watched her trouble her hair like a plaything. So I tied her forelimbs in the cardinal direction. For this I repented, happened to sin. I know it, I said it, it happened the same.
Mistress? What, mistress? Juliet? Oh, fast I want her. She, my lamb, my lady. Oh, fie, you slug a bed. Sleep for a week, for the next night I warned Paris had set up her rest, that you shall rest but little. Oh, God forgive me. Mary and amen. How sound is she asleep? Oh. What? Dressed and in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady. 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 Oh. Oh, alas. Alas. Help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, more a day than ever I was born! Oh, some
do lour upon you for some ill. Move them no further by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom's lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? How doth my lady? Is my mother well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in, well, will sleep in Capulets' monument. Her mortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her family's home, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing such ill news, since you did leave it for my office.
Is it even so? Then I deny you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper, and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, madam, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Hush, thou art deceived. Leave me, and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lady.
No matter. No matter. Get thee gone. And hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate kin.
Holy Franciscan Friar, brother, go!
That same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What word from Romeo? Or, if her mind be great, give me her letter.
Going to seek a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me, here in the city visiting the sick. And upon finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting we were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and shut us out so that there my leave to Mantua was stayed.
Who then bear my letter to Romeo?
I could not send it, here it is again, nor get a messenger to send it thee, so fearful were they of infection.
Unhappy fortune. By my brotherhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import. The neglecting of it may do much danger. Friar John, go with speed to Mantua and try to find Romeo. Bring her to my cell.
I will go and bring her thee.
Within these 3 hours will Juliet awake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua, and I will keep Juliet and myself till Romeo come.
Here, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and mother. Give me the light. Upon thy life, I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
I will be gone and not trouble you, madam.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Farewell, good friend. A grave? Oh no. A lantern. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Oh, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I will remain, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh you, the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss the dateless bargain to engrossing death. Romeo. Juliet? They told me you were dead.
Oh, baby, no. This was the plan. Friar Lawrence helped me. We faked my death so I could escape and be with you. You didn't get his letter?
You're alive? You're okay?
Everything's okay.
This is fucking crazy. I was ready to kill myself because I thought I couldn't be with you.
No. That's why we have to leave. Our family's bullshit feud is never gonna end.
Not until the working class seizes the means of production. I'm ready to go if you are, but you'll never be able to see your family again. Are you sure about this?
You are my family, Romeo. one day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice.
Though the whole house began to tremble, and you felt the old tug at your ankles.
Mend my life, each voice cried. But you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do. Though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible.
It was already late enough, and a wild night, and the road full of fallen branches and stones.
But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice that you slowly recognized as your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life you could save.
Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords, too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. All are punished.
It is okay to hang upside down like a bat, to swim into the deep end of silence, to swallow every key so that you can't get out. It is okay to hear the ocean calling your fevered name, to say your sorrow is an opera of snakes, to flirt with sharp and heartless things.
It's okay to write, I deserve everything. Bow before this rotten thing that understands you. To admire the red and ugly queen of it. To adore the calm and steady roaming.
It's okay to lock yourself in the medicine cabinet, to drink all the wine, to do what it takes to stay without staying. It's okay to hate God today, to change their name to yours, to want to ruin all that ruined you.
It's okay to wave goodbye to yourself in the mirror, to write, I don't want anything. It's okay to despise what you have inherited, to feel dead in a city of pulses. It's okay to be the whale that never comes up for air, to love best the taste of your own blood.
This house is dirty, but comfortable. Behind each crooked door waits the angry weather of a forgiveless child. I cannot help but admire this horrible power of mine. How each small thing becomes a death. A lost house key, a spoiled egg, a howling dog. There is no prayer or pill for this. It is a ruthless botany, and I might as well be buried in the yard. I have no one to blame. Not the mother who sang to an empty cradle, not the dogs of spite that bit my hand. Just this long-legged sorrow that trails my every joy like a dark perfume.
You have the permission. You have my permission not to love me. I'm a cathedral full of dead bulls. I would rather
burn myself down, then change the locks.
Juliet, you are who taught me that a difficult life is not less worth living than a gentle one. Joy is just as easier to carry than sorrow. And you could lift a city from how long you've spent carrying what's been nearly impossible to carry. This world needs those who know how to do that. Those who can find a tunnel with no light at the end of it and hold it up like a telescope to show that the darkness contains many truths that can bring the light to its knees. Oh, Juliet, grief astronomer, adjust the lens, look close and tell us what you see.
Adequate tears twisting up directly from the heart and wrung out across the vocal cords until only a gasp remains. At least an hour a day spent staring at the truth in numb silence. A teacup of whiskey held in both hands, held still under the whispered permission of friends who can see right through okay and fine. Courage to say what has happened, however strangling the words are, and space not to say a word. Screaming why, and or expressing fury at the stupid, fucking unfair game of it all. And this can include hours and hours, even lifetimes, of lost faith. Laughter, undeniable and unpretended. This is a non-linear spell. Cast it inside your heart. Cast it between yourself and any devil. Cast it into the parts of you still living. Remember that you are water. Of course you leave salt trails. Of course you are crying. Flow.
If there happens to be a multitude of griefs upon you,
Individual and collective, or fast and slow, or small and large.
Add equal parts of these considerations.
that the broken heart can cover more territory,
That perhaps love can only be as large as grief demands.
That grief is the growing up of the heart that bursts boundaries.
Like an old skin or a finished life. That grief is gratitude.
that water seeks scale, that even your tears seek the recognition of community.
That your heart is a front line, and the fight is to feel in a world of distraction.
That death might be the only freedom.
That your grief is a worthwhile use of your time.
That your body will feel only as much as it is able to.
That those you grieve may be grieving you.
That the sacred comes from the limitations. That you are excellent at loving.